As part of World Dance Day this April, St. Louis will host the 9th Annual American Natya Festival. And with me is Prasanna Kasthuri, Artistic Director of Soorya Performing Arts and Director of the Natya Festival, as well as Nagendra Sanjeeva, who is the President of Soorya Performing Arts. Thank you both for being here. So I think, Nagendra, let's start things off with Soorya Performing Arts. You're the presenter of this great festival that's coming up, but tell me a bit about what the organization does.
Yeah, Soorya Performing Arts is a not-for-profit organization. Our motive is to really encourage and also introduce the classical Indian art forms to American public.
Got it.
Right? Through these art forms, we want to convey both historical and contemporary stories. So that's really the motive.
So you're doing different presentations throughout the year, and then comes the big festival.
Exactly.
The big festival, which is coming up April 28th through the 30th. So Prasanna, tell us, what can we expect at this event that's coming up?
Oh, this is very exciting this year. Normally in the festivals, which we used to call St. Louis Indian Dance Festival a few years back, we used to get classical dancers from India, different ones. Most of them are soloists, and a few had like a dance drama thing, like with a theme. So this year we decided, why don't we go and just get the storylines? Like there are 12 different storylines presented from 12 different groups. It's pretty exciting because we have stories starting from the age-old mythological stories to the contemporary one. We are pretty excited and looking forward for all the artists give their best performances here.
And so people should know these are companies that you're bringing dancers from really all over the country and the world. You're bringing dancers directly from India. And I know you were mentioning to me off camera when you talked about some of these storylines, some are contemporary. You said one is inspired, is it by Gandhi? Yeah,
one of the teams is presenting independence struggle of India. Gandhiji is the one who brought the concept of nonviolence. So it's pretty amazing to see a contemporary theme like that is put into a classical dance, which is so traditionally rooted in ancient cultures. Like most of the classical dances are based in very traditional movements, and they're used mythological stories. So
we're looking at some photos, and I want to kind of stay on this for a bit because I think what's so beautiful about Indian classical dance, but you don't always, as the viewer, know, is the technique and the movements when it comes to everything from what we're looking at here to costumes and makeup to even hand movements and gestures. Can you explain some of that briefly? What that means, some of it means.
The costumes are based on the ancient architectures, the way they used to wear. So, for example, the South Indian Bharatanatyam dress has a flare, and it's like opens up fan to show the sculpture part of it. And the hand gestures and the movements is, we tell the stories. We use a lot of hand gestures. For example, we have to show a deer running. We use 1, 2, 3, and a bird's flying, which is like pretty typical ones. So, and this is the way we show a man and a woman. And if you want to show a baby, is like this. We use the hand gestures, and of course, this is for the snake.
So when you're watching the performance, you're seeing the physical movement of the body, but obviously the hands and even facial expressions are telling part of the story. Before we wrap things up for the segment, you had also mentioned is one of the pieces inspired by The Lion King. Is that correct?
Yeah, one of this dance teachers, she was so inspired by Lion King, she took the story and she converted into an Indian dance theme. Somewhere happening in India, so it's pretty cool. I have just seen the clips of it. I haven't really seen the whole thing, but it looks pretty interesting.
Yeah, no, that sounds very exciting. Well, we've got the information there for you on the screen. You're going to see beautiful classical Indian dance. Go check it out. It's the 9th Annual Natya Festival in conjunction with World Dance Day. It's taking place April 28th through the 30th at Clayton High School Auditorium, right there in downtown Clayton. For more information, visit natya.org. Well, we're going to have more. We're going to talk about the festival and some other things. There's also a competition taking place, so please stay with us. We're going to have more right after this.